because they were local nationals, and I don't know their outcome. But I think I got them stabilized. You know, I was one fucking moving, shooting, killing, communicating motherfucker on the battlefield, dude. Like, I don't think there's many medics that knew what I knew at 30 years old, already having a degree in medical technology and going to RN school, and then becoming a combat medic as a fucking private. Like, I was making my sergeants look stupid with my medical information. Like, you could have took all the guys in the aid station that were medics and played Jeopardy, and I would have been the one that won the whole jackpot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As long as it was enlisted, I would have won against them all. I was squatting 315. Like, I could literally grab you with your battle rattle on, and I know you're a big guy. I could have carried you for at least half a mile. With your bag on and your weapon, and while I'm holding my weapon and my aid bag and my bag, bro, I guarantee I could have done it in my day. You know, I was still running 11:45 2-minute miles back when I was 34. It's just something happened when I turned 35, man. Knees and back turned to shot shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's halfway to the mark. So, you know, management and maintenance.
Man. How's your day going otherwise? We're sitting on 3 more days, right?
Yeah, I gotta take my car in for a battery replacement. The cold weather killed it.
How old? It must have been old.
It's not. It's a brand new battery. Fucking got it less than a year ago, probably.
Well, then it's under warranty. Even if it's a red top, because a red top, there's the red top battery, and there's like a gray top battery and like a yellow top battery. The yellow top battery is like the 3-year warranty. The red top battery is the cheap and easy one. But if it's under a year, then it should be under warranty and it should be free.
I don't have the receipt from the
well, when they bought it, they should have asked you your phone number, and they should have saved it underneath the phone number.
Yeah, maybe I'll give them a call, see what they say.
Yeah, but it should be under warranty, my guy. Like, go outside, take a picture of it, and then ask the guy for a number, and then like you send them the picture of like the UPC and all the numbers on it, and he'll tell you wherever you bought it from if it's still under warranty. If it's been under a year, I don't know any battery that you buy brand new that doesn't have a year warranty on it. That's the least of all warranties on batteries.
I think it drains it because the car has an auto start and an alarm on it, which is constantly hooked up to the battery.
They call that a parasitic draw. That means that when the car is off, there's still something parasiting off the battery.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Well, you need to take it into a mechanic and pay him $50 to go find the parasitic draw.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is. It's the stupid auto start.
Yeah, but you can put a circuit in there that'll stop it, a diode that makes it one direction flow.
What I think I'm going to do...
Diodes are like capacitors. Energy flows through them. But like if on my positive side of a circuit on the wire, I had a diode, and then it hits the motor, and then like if the motor comes out, it goes on the negative, right? And that's how the positive and negative makes it go on, right? Well, if the motor on the plane turns off, alright, so the diode will stop the electricity from having the negative, the positive side. It makes sure that it always flows in one direction.
Well, I think I'm just gonna get the new battery, and then I don't know, maybe keep the car for 2 more years, or start getting new one. I think it's like an ES300. I'm not sure.
So it's the Camry version.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, big body, yellow bells.
Yeah.
That's further up now. I should think about my one here a little bit. I already find a really decent big one for like 80,000 miles for like $6,000.
So that's still a lot.
Dude, you saw the quality of the maintenance put on this car. There ain't a hose that's cracked. There ain't a belt that's chipped. Like, there ain't a tape anywhere in the sound system of the motor. Like, they need a set of tires. They need some new brakes. They need a sheet driver here. Other than that, I mean, that's maintenance talk to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him to give me a quote on the strut.
I have a good suspicion. You look at that motor quietly. So a lot of times I'll leave a general radio off. And then I make your tires so you don't hear the road with the tires. And you got a good suspension. It makes it really super calming drive. Like, seriously. Like, you know how you say with a further, more you talk further away from Truthy Gate? It's a lot like that. Like, I would never drive the truck in my PTR, and like, you know, that's when I've got my bass all the way up, because I don't like hearing the hum of the tires, because they'd be like, whoa, 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 going down the road. But it all depends on what you're looking for. You need to find you a good an I-35 Infinity. That's the one you want. That's a Nissan Maxima with every bell, every whistle like a Lexus does. Like all the switches and sunroofs and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that 3.5 motor, like, which is in this, like, the Z350? Not the Z350, 240Z, 280Z, 300Z, 350Z. Yeah, the 3.5 liter Nissan motor. Like, bro, that motor right there, parts are cheap as dirt, and it's not hard to work on, and they are damn near bulletproof. I would end up there with a Toyota RAV4. I do love me a Toyota, and I do like the new RAV4s. I don't know. I think my next set of cars are going to be classic. I'm not going to go new again. It wasn't worth it last time I did it. Not financially speaking, anyway. Impressive girls, though. I got more play with that Porsche than anything, though. And I show up in front of a club. Girls would just jump in and be like, hey, let's get out of here. I'm like, okay. Like, I didn't even have to get out of the car and valet it. Kind of like you with the lady hole. He's like, yeah, girl, I got me a sailboat. You want to come see my dinghy?
Yeah, that's how it goes down.
I'm not that interested anymore because I've had so many fruitless relationships. It doesn't even make sense for me to even try anymore. Like, and women still attack me. I think they attack me more now because I don't try.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen that in your life?
I mean, I've always been the pursuer. I feel as, you know, there's been a couple times where in hindsight, you're just like, you didn't even have to do anything. They were already in the on mode.
Yeah. How? Not you.
I mean, when I had my biggest, most disgusting beard in the world, and I would look homeless, I was still getting laid by hot chicks, which to me was like, in hindsight, it's like, how the fuck did any girl like not immediately get this repulsed by this huge, disgusting beard?
Here, let me go to the pictures.
But it was a black woman who got me to cut it off because she whispered in my ear, "I would fuck you tonight, but you got that rat's tail on your face."
Did I delete that pic? I guess my beard's twice as long as this picture. I can just take a photo picture, can't I? Damn. I'm about to shave my beard off today is the only reason I'm talking about it. Alright, take a picture, hit the check mark, crop that shit, and hit done. There you go. Alright, you PTR. That's how big my beard is today. I'm about to chop it down to a Fu Manchu. And I mean it's like a tight one. But that's me today, right now. Hairy bastard. Man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, remember my picture when I was on my 50th birthday back in July?
Can't remember
That
what year.
beard right there is the same beard as. How do I not have that picture? I wouldn't have deleted that one. I don't know why King Hermes in my head. I did get rid of it. Why have I done that? It must be in my gallery. I hate the way these phones work. I forget there's so many different, like, root directories. Alright, so you saw that picture, right? I go back to July. I know it's my birthday. I can just look at the picture I took it that day. July. So, what's that, 5 months? I think it was 5 months. August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, that's 5 months. But yeah, that picture right there, I've cut my beard down and I did the whole Just for Men thing to get all the gray out of my beard. But then from that day to now, I haven't cut shit. Yeah, you look like what's that Satanist dude? The way you have that brown stripe down the middle of your
I know.
Fu Manchu.
What's his name? LeVay?
I don't know. I'm not a Scientologist.
I think his name is Anton LaVey.
Yeah, he's a bigger guy. He looks like he's about like 250, 300 pounds almost.
I know.
He always debates all the Christians and stuff and comes back and tries to destroy it. Like, I think that was kind of like, how I remember YouTube being, because it was like the way we talk with each other, or like if I go into a Christian versus atheist versus agnostic room, like we didn't have those conversations back then. It was just me having to watch them dictate to me what they believed, and I'm sitting there bitching about it and wishing I could say something about it to them. I think that's why I interrupt people so much, is because they want to do this like it's a freaking after school special where they can just talk for an hour and we all got to listen to everything they got to say. Cornbread, you need to go outside? She's looking at the door kind of sideways. Alright, you're all with you. Oh, it's almost 11 o'clock. They're hungry. That's why she's being weird. So, what's the hood doing on the polls?
I would say that he's in a very abject place.
Is there anybody above you that looks, promising to his objection?
I'm meaning that, like, no one knows the poll numbers, especially considering that the Democrats, if you want to vote Democrat, you may vote for John Kitover versus the incumbent. So to say that anybody knows the poll numbers, would be a foolish thing.
Dude, you know what you need to do tomorrow? Get in one of your John Kitover Congress rooms and literally hitting him at a specific time in the morning, like say 9 a.m., 8 a.m. your time, right? And have 100 questions about honor, integrity. Start with LDR, SHIP, loyalty, duty, respect, self-service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. What is patriotism? What is... Don't move directly into, religion or taking advantage of the system. But there's other questions about society and, say, education. Education would be a great one. And then from education, move into religion. From religion, people taking advantage of the system and then somehow kind of go full circle. 100 questions. We'll give it an hour. See if we can get through like the most important of those 100 questions that you want to do, dude. And then put that on your John Kitover page. Like straight up. I mean, I don't want to come on your YouTube because you'll be able to edit out anything that I say stupid from Clubhouse.
Well, you know how I film. There's no edits or cuts here. It's all live.
Well, I'm trying not to be like I used to be. I ain't said certain words on this person's face. But man, I'm totally shit in my face today. I was eating some Campbell's soup last night because I wanted some 3D printed meat, and it tasted really good, but it kept getting stuck in my beard on my mustache. So I got tired of it, so I told myself I was gonna shave it down. What you think about that shit that happened in California, dude?
What was that?
In Stockton, California?
What is it, fire?
I can't hear you, dude.
No, I didn't see the news.
If you want me to leave, just tell me to fucking leave. You don't want to talk.
No, I haven't seen the fire. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't hear you for shit, and I got my headphones in. You barely won by 5. You're in other rooms.
He's talking about a shooting. He said, "This is respect in the John Kitover candidate Congressman podcast room."
3 teenagers, one 21-year-old, and 11 others shot, and a family birthday party at a banquet hall, and the guy that did it still on the loose.
Tragic.
What the front door?
Tragedies upon tragedies.
Dude, you had in your city, you had that black guy that set that white lady on fire.
I know it's just a young girl. I don't know, early 20s.
I thought she was an older lady. I didn't get her age. The way they described it when I heard it, it sounded older.
No, she was a very young girl. Just totally. I don't know if she said something to him and he came back, but I don't know how he lit her on fire if he doused her with, a fluid. I don't know. I don't know.
If he's got a bottle of liquor that's over a certain proof, it's an accelerant.
Well, you were talking about alcohol consumption, and I was just reading Letters from a Stoic by Lucius Seneca. And there's a chapter on drunkenness.
How many pages?
On drunkenness, it's like 5 pages.
Then I am completely willing to listen to you run through all 5 of them. I don't like it when it's 35 pages. Because then it sounds like a diatribe or like a run-on sentence. So, anytime you want to read it, you're more than welcome to read it if you want. I'll go on mute. Just say when.
It's talking about Mark Anthony. Why, they're claiming he was a great drunkard, but do you know what his drink that brought him down was?
Ether.
Cleopatra.
Ether. They were all drinking ether back then. Because ether is actually a vapor, but you condense it like you can oxygen. You can't like liquid oxygen. You can condense ether into a liquid. And when you open a bottle, you can actually drink it. But bro, talk about violent withdrawals. Oh my god, dude. You ever seen the original series, The Borgias, on Netflix about the first Pope?
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I've seen him on YouTube. It looks very good. I like the actor.
I'm talking about the older one, not the younger one. They did 2 of them.
I've never seen the older one.
Well, the older one is the one where he goes through the whole, because he was the first Pope, and he had an old lady, and they're allowed to have old ladies, and he got a mistress and left his old lady, and him and his young lady got hooked on ether, like they were crackheads, and dude, they killed that production, dude. Like, it is such a realistic view of what history was really like back then.
Did you ever see House of Cards?
Yeah, of course. With Jen
There's also an older House of Cards from I don't know if it was the BBC, but it was some kind of British production company. It was very good too. It's the British version of House of Cards, but it's old. It's got to be from like the 80s.
Well, back in the 80s, the BBC was actually good. In the 90s, they became politically correct.
there's just a lot of good television, and you know, it's nice to sit there and enjoy it. But I don't know. I get the feeling that people will. I don't know. People are always still going to want to watch massive amounts of television, which is really nothing more than videos. But it's the couch and
I only started drinking today, but I didn't really drink all day Saturday and all day yesterday. And I only started drinking like an hour ago. But I read two books. There were books I already read, so I was fast reading because I knew what the subcontext of that part of the chapter was, blah blah blah. But I went through two fucking books yesterday, and between yesterday and the day before. So I'm not going on my Elvis tree because they were all fantasy books. But yeah, I agree. I have to disconnect from the plug sometimes. You can't be plugged in all the time. That'd be like living a life of all good. You'd never know what bad is. Or living a life of all bad. You never know what good is. Yeah.
I have a tarot deck here in front of me. Do you want me to draw 4 cards for you?
You talking about the mini ones?
I do have the mini tarot, tiny tarot, but
If you're gonna do it, you better do it with the mini.
all right, here are your 4 cards. The Prince of Discs, which has no number, and that's discs. The number 5 is Strife, which are wands. And then you have Knight of Discs, which has no number. And then Indolence, number 8.
Indolence, I've never heard that word before.
It's
Indo,
cups.
L-A, and then C-E is conditions pertaining to Lancio. Indo, like sticking within. A condition of sticking within?
The way the cards are, it's 3 copper cups up top sitting out on dried lotus petals. And there's a symbol above it, which is almost mathematical, but there's nothing in the cups. So they're empty. And then they flow into 5 cups, 5 copper cups. And the 2 in the middle are halfway filled with fluid. And there's a white lotus excreting white lotus juice into the cup. And that cup is only halfway filled, but it's pouring out small quantities back out into a dark ocean, as well as 2 cups of the 3 on the bottom. So, and those cups are low in volume, and those are sitting on white lotuses as well. And then below the whole thing, there's another symbol, which is like 2 opposing C's with a line through the center, and the squiggle on top is just like a squiggle. So that's called Indolence, number 8.
I know him.
Dark Clouds as well.
You want to know what the 2 cups that are empty above mean?
No, there's 3 empty cups up top, 2 in the middle, half filled, and then 3 on the bottom. Two very low.
Where's the lotus? Which one is it?
The 3 bottom are sitting on lotuses, and the 3 on the top are also sitting on lotuses.
They're sitting on lotuses.
And then in the center, in the 2, there are 2 lotuses excreting white lotus juice into the 2 cups in the center, in the middle.
Well, I would tell you that the very top one is the Father. The next one down is the Son. And the one down from that is the Holy Spirit. And the one that is sitting with the lotus that is being half filled below that is like man. And man can bleed down to a woman below that. That's why that cup is half filled for her. So there it is. She's sitting on the lotus. And then, like, you have the bottom of the dregs that go down to the very last cups. And then when those wilts, they replenish the top of God. And then it fills down to the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. That you may be filled, but you only saw that those cups were not filled because you don't know what your cup's being filled by. explanations. Sorry, if you didn't like my explanation. I'd like to hear your explanation of the next card, though.
Well, I could explain indolence to you, I think. But,
it's an inability to have a comprehensive understanding or an income stance. So it was me trying to tell you that I know what you mean without you having to tell me, even if I'm wrong.
I think it's really actually about consciousness, indolence, the card, because if, well, there's nothing up top, but see, what I haven't told you is that connecting all the cups are these tubes or vessels or veins or arteries, and it's not drawing from the lotus's excreting. Those are going to these two cups. But anyways, this all deals with dialectic. And
Well, I mean, to me, that could be the Vena cava and the Akava, the two main arteries that lead to the heart away from the heart. And you got the two chambers on top, you got the two chambers on bottom. It goes through all the valves and then ends up in the lungs through the alveoli, and then comes back and then gets ejected to the aorta to the head. So, I mean, for all I know, it could be what you mean is like physiology. Maybe I don't understand. Maybe I overstand. I love that word when I heard somebody say that once to me. You don't understand this. I don't understand.
So agape
fatherly love
is love. Agape has the numeric value of 93, which is also that of thelema or will. Love is the law. Love under will.
950 or 936.
993 is the number.
Well, 936, megahertz is what they know is God's frequency. There are many people that believe that they know the frequency, but because I'm like 369, but if you've already got 9 and 3, the only one you're leaving me is 6. To say anything about the God frequency in megahertz.
Do you know what
if you would have said 69, I would have said 3.
Do you know what Latin for Agnus Dei means?
Hard day?
Agnus Dei. Days.
No, not day. I'm saying deum.
DEI, like deism, like a deity. Agnes is Lamb of God. Agnus Dei means Lamb of God. The symbol.
Oh, like a deity, yeah.
The symbol is a lamb carrying a Christian flag. Agnus Deus.
Dude, I haven't been in school in a long minute, dude. Like, I remember this shit through a lot of beer and a lot of bong weed. But I might be dumb, but I'm not stupid. I feel bad for these kids because they're stupid. You can't fix stupid. You gotta let them join their own wisdom. Takes a lot of beating your head against the concrete to figure out your asshole on the ground. Being dead ass. So, the Lamb of God, I understand that Jesus is the Lamb of God. I know that you don't necessarily believe what I believe, but I'm not trying to beat you in the head with my Bible and try to make you convert either. And you've never done that to me either. I think that's why I appreciate you so much. Because a lot of people want to hit your head with their belief and they keep trying to believe what they believe.
They are in excellent health and in excellent care, for I have all the materials here. The spirit is very near.
How proud is your mom of you right now? Because I could see it in her face when I saw that video when you were going to the election board. Like you could just see, like, she was looking at you, like, so proud that you were ready to do, this thing.
Yeah, it's she was probably on a high because it's so unexpected.
Yeah, man. I was happy, dude. When I saw that video, it was like, oh, I wish my mom was alive so I could hug her. Like, straight up, that's literally what I was thinking.
Well, it's easy to sentimentalize over family members. I mean, people are legends. We make our parents legends, and in many ways, they are very legendary because uh, if you reverse engineer,
you wouldn't exist without them.
Yeah, if you reverse engineer yourself, you have to be in awe of the fact that they are truly the ones responsible for your creation.
Well, like I said, I'm high 57. It took 57 ingredients to make this kitchen. Somebody loves somebody loves somebody loves somebody that made me.
Okay, so your other card was Strife, which is number 5, which are 5 wands, the caduceus with the.
Well, I've got a caduceus tattooed on my arm. 2 snakes riding around a pole.
Yep, but you have 4 wands, and the caduceus is also a wand of magic power, which has at the top the wings carrying a symbol, and that symbol is a 7-pointed star.
Nice.
And in the center is a crescent moon sitting in another. It's almost like the Tao shape of some sort, but it's some type of crescent moon. And then there's the 2 snakes emitting, and then the symbol, like an H symbol, and then the bottom, there's like an omega symbol, I believe. And your caduceus has 2 wings at the bottom, so it deals with communication.
Well, I mean, that's like Adam's with the power of the gods. I mean, for all I understand, that's Poseidon. Because if I go Grecian, like, Poseidon's my guy. No, I take that back. Not Poseidon. Prometheus. I'll say Poseidon because it goes so with P. Prometheus is my guy. The one that stole the fire from heavens and gave it to man. Like, that is my guy. Because, like, the fire represents, like, technology. Like, the ability for us to stay warm. The ability for us to, like, electricity. Electricity is fire. Like, we just learned to control fire to this level across all the eons. I think, my medical technology, I think God put me exactly where I needed to be to do what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he gave me a really hard fucking shitstorm of crap, but I think he gave it to me because I don't think a whole lot of anybody else could have ever done it. They say that God only gives you so much that you can handle. You ever heard that expression?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I went through some shit in my life. I don't think you take anybody below the age of 30 and you make them walk my fucking shoe steps, I think it would break their fucking brain. I don't think they have the fortitude or the belief and the willpower of our God.
Well, see, the thing is, it's a mirror of your soul. So, a lot of people on this app and a lot of people in the real world want you to take that leap of faith that their opinion is a fact. And as far as I can tell, we live in a completely subjective world only through communication, but the truth of reality is all objective. And so everybody doing this hypnosis game is essentially playing a communication game with each other.
I'm over here shaking my head in agreement.
Yeah. So I mean, once you know that, it goes back to that statement: the more you think, the more you know. The more you speak, the further from the truth you're going to get. Not the more you know, but the more you think, the more you speak.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, but I've been saying it for more than 4 years now. You know, it depends on who you're talking to as well. So some people are whatever topic it is, some people are right. There might be something, but there are assholes on here who do hold green beans. I'm gonna let you go back to it, man. It was good seeing you, brother. Have a great morning.
No, we got respect in the John Kitover podcast room. I got multiple rooms open. I got 4 rooms open.
I don't like talking cross talk. If you're gonna talk to me, be in the room that I'm in.
I'm in it, but respect came off mic. You just far away from each other. That's why you guys are having some conflict.
Well, tell him to come in here.
I'm just gonna move the phone next to the respect phone. Respect, tell Stereo what you were saying.
I was saying pretty much like on Clubhouse, like the green bean is like it makes you the omnipotent whoever, because you say what's the law in that room. It can be the most inane bullshit, but because you have a green bean, not you, I'm saying people in those rooms, like whatever they say is the law. So it's kind of bullshit. So it also depends on who you're talking to. Some people are red, like John and some other people who are definitely do their research. Then it could be a good conversation or it's about fact. But a lot of them are about bullshit. So that's all I want to say. Yeah, but the reality of the green bean is responsibility. Like you gotta have loyalty, duty, respect, service, honor, and integrity and personal courage. LDRSHIP, loyalty, duty, respect, service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Because in order to have that green bean, now you're responsible. Because if somebody claps a room, you'd be like, yo, it wasn't me, but it could have been you. So, like, there's a level of responsibility that comes along with having that green bean. So, don't think that just because you got it, you can't shit. Because if you don't know how to lead a motherfucker, you better get the fuck out the way. You're right. And the thing is, a lot of rooms, it used to be when you have a green bean, it was like you're a moderator. You're not supposed to be the one engaging in the bullshit. You're supposed to be the referee. You make sure that the conversation can roll, right? You're supposed to be like, you know what, hey guys, actually, this, from this study, this peer review topic, or whatever the situation is. It can be that way, but the thing is, they are the most opinionated of all because of the green bean. They're supposed to be the tiebreaker. Like, he's a piece of shit. Please somebody else. But that's what the moderator is supposed to be. Well, a moderator, by definition, is a leader. And if you don't know how to lead and you don't know how to follow, get the fuck out the fucking way. You need to understand that if you're going to be responsible, you better be able to, stand 10 toes deep up in this, mud up in here. Because those Georgia boys, they ain't got no sand unless you're out in the river. But, we like the mud. So, yeah, man, if you don't know how to fucking lead and get to the swamp, don't try to tell me you know how to drive my boat. You're right. My bad, I'm in the backwoods of Virginia, so my reception might suck for a few minutes here. But I'm listening to you. I'm a South Georgia boy that loves to play in the mud and play in the swamps. I grew up next to the Okefenokee. Second largest swamp in all of America. The Okeechobee's the first, Okefenokee's the second. fucking went to war for it, and I'll still die for it. Give me a reason to bring out my guns in a positive way. Shit. I ain't looking for a fight, but I sure as hell ain't gonna back down from one. I don't care if it's fucking Mike Tyson. I bet you I could break Mike Tyson's leg. I think it'll be the kind of fight he likes.
So speaking about fighting for America, so let's say if this piece of shit named Trump started a war with Venezuela for whatever reason,
He's with our commander-in-chief, sir, because I still look to him as a leader.
Oh, so you even though let's say what he's doing in Venezuela right now, as far as shooting boats and killing
Tell him to get the fuck out. That motherfucker needs to leave. Fuck him. Fuck his brother before him. Fuck that whole fucking regime of fucking communism. Fuck shit. Fuck that pussy-ass bitch. Did I stutter? You act like I don't know how to fucking fight. I look at this ugly for a fucking reason. Cold War 2.0, Clubhouse edition. That's exactly what you need to name this room, John. Cold War 2.0, Kitover edition. That's literally what we're living through, John. We're literally living through, like, we beat fascism and communism, and I remember, like, Gorbachev, bring down your walls. I was like, that was 17 and 87. I'm sorry, I was 12 and 87 when he was like, you know, and then 89 was when like the official the Cold War and the USSR collapsed and it became Russia and like now we're doing it all fucking over again, but we're doing it through cyberspace.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Everything everything is going online, meaning that all consciousness, all communication, all judgment, all credibility, it's all being pushed to these data centers, and then we all look at it and draw our opinions and facts from our cell phones, and it's, you know, I don't know. Some people think that humans will just disappear and like it'll all become. Do you think that it's possible that humans will disappear, or I mean, not disappear, but I'm pretty sure that depopulation or repopulation is probably real.
look what COVID did. COVID killed about how many people across the globe?
I'm not sure.
So, I know it's at least, let's say at least 1 million, right? At least. So, if they have another pandemic or something to that magnitude, if not more, then absolutely that we can be extinct. All it takes is a fucking common cold to kill people. So yeah, we can definitely go.
Well, that's the thing though. Like when I was in Iraq, you know, y'all think that there weren't weapons of mass destruction, but we had these, like, because I was a part of an NBC team, the biological chemical team, and we went and with like full moth suits and everything, and we were walking through the laboratory, and we were examining records and, you know, gathering all the paperwork we could find, and then like throwing in contamination bags. But dude, we found like paperwork and like specimens where they were trying to make an airborne version of rabies and an airborne version of smallpox called where they mixed it with malaria and like it was like a coughlin, like, you know, because because malaria is a coughing like a sputum, like within 6 feet kind of thing. If you got smallpox and we're in the same room, you've got it. You know, but they were trying to mix smallpox with malaria and then mix fucking, dude, you try to make rabies airborne. The only reason rabies isn't really a thing is because, like, you know, if you get bit, you know, because of shots. But, like, if it's airborne, when you get the symptoms, you're dead. There's no fixing you once you get the symptoms. Like, you want to tell me that there's not weapons of mass destructions? Like, even with those two volatile creatures right there will still be 1% of the planet that does not have the gene to receive that virus. You get what I mean? Hey, Miriam. Oh, shit. That was my friend from the Netherlands. She's awesome sauce. But, no, it's literally, dude, there will always be 1% from any disease that will always survive, because there are people that are naturally immune to HIV. Like, they'll never get it. So the rest of the planet dies of HIV because we never figured out anything, right? Everybody dies. 1% will survive. And when they make their kids, they're like, unless one of them ends up with a recessive gene, none of them are going to be susceptible to that virus. But the virus will be long dead and gone after that. I mean, you got to think about it logically.
Sam only can make shit like cyanide airborne. so I'm bugging. They could do something like that. Yeah, cyanide.
You ever watch Stephen King, The Stand?
I've heard of it, never saw it.
Yeah, you might want to read the book first. It'll blow your fucking brain off.
I definitely got to check it out now. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I remember reading it in 1988 or 89. One of those 2 years. I might have been 13 or 14. Trying to think. It's literally about weapons of mass destruction through a biological level. And at the beginning of the movie, The Stand, there's a movie of it, The Stand. It's a series. It's like a 3-part movie. It's like 6 hours worth of a binge. But if you watch it, I Want to Be Sedated, the Ramones.
No, Led Zeppelin, Communication Breakdown.
Oh, I figured like 20, 24 hours ago, I want to be sedated. That's literally what I was hearing right then. Alright, that's not your bullhorn, bread. I'll feed him a cookies. Crazy girl. I need to clip your toenails. You sound too much, but you sound like you're tap dancing. Nope, down. Good girl. 24 hours ago, I wanna be sedated. Dude, I love that song. Nobody ever plays the Ramones anymore because it's so vicious. So what do you think that we need to do with America since you fucking hate Donald Trump so fucking much? I ain't got nothing to shit.
Well, I'm going to record for quality assurance and compliance. I will say,
I don't care about fucking you recording me. I fucking mean everything I fucking say.
So all I want to say is, I'm looking forward to the day he passes away of natural causes. That's all I want to say. Let me see. What should America do?
What has he done? What has he done against the country that you hate so much?
He's a thief. I don't like thieves.
Okay.
And I don't like liars.
Please explain what you mean by him being a thief.
Okay, well, I remember that school that he had, and he got sued for it successfully.
Trump University, yeah.
Yeah.
I was a member.
Yeah. So didn't he get sued for that successfully?
I made a lot of money. It's not my fault you're stupid and you don't know how to read.
That's all I want to say. If I would say anything else, he'd be like, that's bullshit. Like, nah, I want to go off the one thing that people can definitely say happened, that he did get successfully sued for $25 million for stealing from his own.
That's still called bullshit.
You still call bullshit?
I still call bullshit because I made a lot of money. My dad in 1990 made me read the Art of Making a Deal. Was it 90 or 91? My dad always told me, he said, son, they can take away your house, they can take away your car, but they'll never be able to take your education away from you. Look at this man right here, and they handed me Donald Trump's book, and Donald Trump wrote a book talking about how he'd gone bankrupt twice, and he came back to be a millionaire all over again. And that's where I got my drive for understanding capitalism.
Well, if you have to...
Are you not a capitalist?
Wait. All right, but I'm going to bring it in.
Don't you know what, yes or no?
Yes, but I'm not going to put people down or not pay people in order for me to be a capitalist. I'm not going to steal from people. I'm not going to lie to them. I'm not going to make contractors do work and then don't pay them. That type of shit is fucked up.
There ain't no love in business. Cross your T's and dot your I's.
People like him don't need to exist. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to be ethical,
smart enough, then you don't need to be in business.
all I'm saying is be ethical, man, because there won't be a bullet. There won't be some
No, I'm being more realistic. I'm not trying to take advantage of the dumb fund. But if you're the one that got fucked over because you were dumb, don't look at me like I owe you money because I do good business.
Oh, no. Hey, at the end of the day, business is business, right? I understand that, but all I'm saying is, if I know that person isn't ethical, I would never do business with them, ever. So I don't know why others do.
Why do you think most really good business deals happen on a golf course?
Well, people...
You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
All people wasn't being able to go. Oh, yeah. Okay. A lot of those guys, they do go to the same clubs.
You're in the Matrix. Your boots always running out of minutes.
That's what PCM. I'm trying to Virginia, man.
Yeah, you were switching cell towers.
Alright, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Alright. So all I'm saying is, oh shit, I missed my turn.
Pay attention.
Yes, we're all capitalists in a way. Some of us are. But to do people being unethical, just all I'm saying is just do whatever you're gonna do as far as business, but when you're doing people dirty, man, it's gonna come back to you tenfold.
Well, I'm ethical in my business, but I'm also moral in my business.
Yeah, but see,
So my partners in business know exactly who the fuck I am.
You are sentenced to 11,000 years in federal prison for the rest of your life. You must wear a Detroit Pistons jersey.
Look, I like what you're doing this. I'm actually happy that Trump is doing something to those that bought into his business. Like, you see the meme coin? He got all those things about a meme coin in the
You talking about my truth coin? I got plenty of truth coins.
You have some Trump coins?
I have 4 Bitcoin.
No. Did you buy the Trump meme coin?
I just told you the name of it. Are you not listening? Are you just talking to talk without listening to what I'm saying?
No, I'm actually. What did you say?
Truth coin? We've been working on that blockchain for a minute. You don't understand how blockchain works, do you? Why is it?
Let's see what you got. The wonderful world of Walmart. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Thank God.
I'm so glad he'll be back. Thanks for the update.
No, I was thanking God that he'll come back eventually. Man, I don't wish death upon anybody else.
We have Sam in the room, also in the John Kitover podcast, listening in. Welcome, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
Sam is a Democrat, a liberal, like the other caller, who
I've been Democrat
hates
since 1993.
the orange man in the White House. Just hates him. Lives his life with hate for that man.
I hate the fact that the DNC didn't let me vote, for Fetterman over Harris. Like, I would have voted for Fetterman, but they didn't even give me the choice. Fetterman would have took it. I guarantee he would have. Like, he would have gave Trump a lot hell of a better run than Kamala did. Kamala, I don't know. Is her name Kamala or Kamala? I know that they say it two different ways, so I never understand it.
Oh, you know what I did? I took your suggestion about putting Alan Watts into Suno, and it came out pretty good. But you know what else I did is I put a poem in there that I wrote called "Take the Deepest Breath of the Day and Hold It for 10 Seconds." It's a very catchy tune. It's very popular on Clownhouse because.
Oh, dude, I used to be a producer. That's what I used to do, dude. Like, another one would be like, there's somebody else that, what's the guy that was an emperor? His name starts with a P, but it doesn't sound like a P. It starts with an F. Phineas? I think Phineas. Besides, like, come on, man, help a brother out. I know you know what I'm talking about. You did a whole room on him. Cassius.
Epictetus?
Why do you really go through all those damn letters? You know I'm dyslexic, man. I fucking can't remember that shit. I hate names. I really hate names. I wish names were numbers because I could remember them for days and years and millennia. I hate names. Like, the only reason I remember your name is because we've been around each other for so damn long. But I also want to still call you Beverly Hills Pawn Shop.
So your third card was the Prince of Discs, which is a man who has the same skin color as the bull, and he's holding an orb. And inside that orb are two additional spheres, and then a cube, almost like a rectangular cube, sitting on an all-metal black chariot surrounded by orbs, holding a rod with another orb and a four-pointed star or some type of, crucifix. And then he's wearing a helmet with another bull that has wings. And then there are multiple rings of light surrounding this Prince of Discs. And Discs deals with the earth and money. And it's a very powerful figure because the bull, historically, I think represents the spirit. So It's a very powerful. Really, he's a magician because he's holding, a giant wand.
He's holding the Tesseract.
The Tesseract.
Well, I mean, you're talking about a cube with a globe.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And a globe and a cube and a globe and a cube, and in the end, it contains the nucleus of the whole Tesseract. That is a powerful. Became the gem for Thanos, I think.
Mm-hmm. Where are the mother boxes?
Yeah, there's always a use beyond what you think how powerful you are. There's always somebody bigger.
Yeah. Steppenwolf. Where are the mother boxes?
Back to the bone. I'm back to the bone. Something like that.
All right, we have a talking ape here named Juju. Juju, welcome to the John Kitover Show. Angel, welcome to the show. Sam, welcome to the show. We have been talking to Doc, a.k.a. Stereo, for an hour and 27 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. His final card is the Knight of Discs. Prior to that, we just told you the Prince of Discs. The Knight of Discs is a warrior sitting on top of a horse. He's in all black armor. His helmet.
I'm a prince that knows how to fight like a knight. Hell yeah.
His shield is black, and it radiates light energy up a hill where he's contemplating going up a destination or up a hill, which is really transcendence and increased consciousness. And the horse is looking at the earth and looking at the wheat or the food that it wants to eat. So this is like a Sagittarius, where you're like a centaur man, and meaning that you have two desires, but nonetheless, he's also holding a club or what looks like a wand. It looks like a wand with a giant, slugging club on it, meaning that magic can be a powerful, weapon, basically. So that's the Black Knight, or the Knight of Discs. That's your last card. That's your tarot reading for the day, Doc.
I'm glad you did that on the minis. Is that the first one you've done on the minis?
Yeah. They're so hard to hold. They fall out of your hand. They're so tiny.
Hey, you're over there with a magnifying glass trying to look down at it, and oh shit, Monica just sent me a message. Yeah, no, that's cool, man. I enjoyed it. And I really do. I'm a Christian. I take it for entertainment. I don't take it to heart. It's not like I'm putting all this, like, oh yeah, this is in front of Jesus. But I appreciate the imagination and the love for you taking the time just to chill with a stupid ass vet like myself. I really do. I'm so torn. I don't know if I want to cut my beard or if I want to cut my beard. I feel like it's like Samson, like getting tricked by Delilah.
Your final card is Change, which is number 2, and it's an Ouroboros, or a snake eating its own tail, symbolized with the Tao Te Ching.
And the eternal destruction. I attribute that to Shiva, like the goddess of birth and reconstruction, or death and reconstruction. It's always a cycle. The serpent eating its own tail, or a serpent eating a tail of a serpent eating its tail. Whatever. The both degradations of society.
So what you can't see that I'm doing over here, unless you're watching the YouTube live, is I'm playing a flute.
I do not want to hear you play a flute. You learn a lesson. Oh shit! I gotta put you on mute. I gotta pay somebody some money. Hello? Yes? I'm exceptionally fantastically well. How about yourself, man? Give me a second. I'm on another phone, and I gotta put it on mute. Sorry. Yeah, I'll be right back, John.
Okay, I'm gonna move over to the music portion of this morning podcast. This is Suno. This is some music that I created. It's called The Heart of Hearing.
You there be with ears to hear the world's illusions loud and near. Our clamor drowns the subtle call, the whispers lost beneath it all. But look, if you've the eyes to see a truth that hums in mystery, oh God, the word it softly sings with VIP, the heart of sacred strings, a sign of hearing pure and clean. For those who dare to truly hear.
Once again, it's the incredible. No. It's man.
Okay, so
Rocket Man running down the streets of Avalon.
okay, the last thing I'm gonna do here
I
in
know
this.
I thought it'd be a long, long time. I'm not allowed to sing those kind of songs. They're copyrighted, right? Oh, sorry. That was just me being happy.
Okay.
Somebody stole one of my credit cards last week, and I reported it stolen. I got a new credit card, and they were calling confirming my new credit card that I just got. And they blocked all the bullshit from whoever stole the fuck out of my card. And dude, I only have like 10 people on my property. I mean, I'm counting the same person over and over again. I get 10 visitors per month because I don't like people. Everybody knows I don't like people. Fuck. Well, at least I'll be able to get rid of all those dumbass shits that are charging on my fucking other cards. How are y'all finances doing on your fucking budget account?
There's no reality but God.
Only if you look to him. first before yourself.
Do you know what the Persian word for silence is? No. Kamosh.
I know that their word for Usay sounds something different. The Parsi language is always. I've never done it because like there's so many variations of Arabic. Like I understood it from Kuwait. I understood it from Saudi Arabia. I understood it down in Yemen. I understood it up in Iraq and Kurdistan. Like, but it changes dialect. Like the Southerns, like the Confederates versus the Yankees. You know, they talk different. Like it was so hard to figure out the inflections in Arabic that I wasn't worried about what was going on with Farsi.
Okay, listen to this. It says, there is a powerful stage of spiritual growth where longing for the friend, the beloved, is a consuming passion, a burning. And there's another place where that personal longing for God gets pushed over into a vast silence. These poems come from both places, or is it one place, the verge of fire and wordlessness? Every form of the beloved gets taken away. We love some person or place or condition, and then the wine glass breaks, and we fall toward the glass blower's breath. In the like this refrain, Rumi says that we eventually become what the poetic likeness point to and see the world from the other side of longing. We become the breathing divine presence, and Shams himself looks out through our eyes.
Okay. All right. That poem made me remind me of. Did you ever look up Zoroastrianism like I told you to?
Yeah.
It's 1,500 years before Jesus. There is no copyright. Yeah, get a translation of Zoroastrianism. Throw that into reggae beat. You were referring to the duality of God. Zoroastrianism. He went to India and he studied like a whole lot of like the Tao, and he came back to Iran where he was from, and he started his own religion off of what he knew in Iran called Zoroastrianism. I fucking suck at spelling. Zoroastrianism. Parsi philosophy. Put it to a reggae song. Because it reads like poetry. Put it to a Bob Marley reggae song. Like the Wailers. The Wailers were one of those dopest bands ever. I've seen them like 4 times at concert. I've seen Ziggy Marley twice. I love me a good reggae band, man. Fuck, makes me want to go grab my surfboard off my car and jump in the water. Especially can you hear it from the water. Shit, the hotels used to pay me like $30 to go surfing behind those hotels. That was one of my side struggles when I was a kid. All on that table. Non-copyrighted music.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about my music is it's all. Somebody was asking me who's the name of the musician, and I'm like, I'm the musician, and it's my copyright. And I found it so interesting that was the first question. They basically asked me who's the copyright holder on this, and I was like, who? I'm like, oh, they were like, what's the name of the song? I'm like, the name of the song is the name of the YouTube title. It was kind of an interesting moment when somebody was like, I want to know who this musician is. It was pretty cool. Never had one lesson.
That's the first, that should be the name of your first album. But you gotta get a better stage name than music, though. Hey, you know what it should be? You know how when drummers go crazy on stage and they start fucking with the drum kits? I can't get Kitover. I don't know. Just playing on words. Yeah, man, I hope you do well. Even if you don't win, I hope you show up and show out, bro.
Yeah.
No, because that debate, like, honestly, I think you had people like cheering out of pocket.
I did because I was that whole audience.
I saw you look over and you like, and you just look right back at what you were saying. It wasn't like you were like, you know, you had an interaction with her. You went back to what the question was, and you know that means that you're focused and
Yeah.
and you're like on point. Like, you know, that was actually a defining moment, honestly, when I was watching all those debates.
Yeah, that was my first public, speech or my first public debate. But it's really it's really multiple speeches, and it was my first public show.
You had to, like, you know, flip the microphone side to side. It was kind of ghetto.
Well, see, you know what I didn't do, which I didn't catch on until later, is every time I spoke, I could have clipped it on the live stream, and I didn't do that. I only did it towards the end. And if I would have clipped everything, it would have been so much smarter. But I can listen to the live stream here in my office and then just clip, my speaking points.
I don't need to hear it. From what I saw, I'm kind of like Charlie Brown. I'd be out there door knocking for you if I lived in your fucking AM.
Well, see, I want to know. So this is part of public speaking: is you analyze your speeches, and then what it will help with is I'll know what I've already said publicly, and then I can build on that, or I can take away from it. But I do want to go back and re-listen to the live stream of that whole thing.
Well, see, the thing is, John, for me, like, I can write everything down, and I can be so articulate and like incisive and introspective and blah blah blah. I don't do that because I don't lie, and it's easy when people know exactly who the fuck I am. Like, I wouldn't want to be the mayor of this town, but if I had to be, fuck, you'd see a sober me real quick. Like, because I don't shirk responsibility. And, you know, what do they say about, like, people that seek great power never obtain it? that deserve it. Like, I don't look at government the way that I think most people do. Because a lot of people want the power, but I think the people that really have the power really don't fucking want it. And I think that's a big part of politics that needs to be recognized.
Well, you know, I think I read this book, like, it's called Achieving Zen in the Corporate World. And it was written by some executive, you know, who practiced Zen meditation for 30 years. And there's a lot of, you know, Clown House in a way is like a corporation, meaning that within a large organization, you know, so many personalities come into conflict over the years that Clown House is very much basically the micro of the macro. And it's the same game everywhere.
The theory of relativity versus quantum physics. I'm going to be busting my brain on the square root of -1 until the end of the universe.
Well, one is the solution and the problem.
Well, the square root of -1 never has a solution, but it is the problem.
So if you're a soul or a pro or a soul, and that means you know the solution and the problem, what does that make you? A pro of the soul or a soul of the pro?
Not as dumb as I look and not as stupid as I think I am. I really do need to shave my beard. I look dumb with this big ass beard. I look so much younger when I shave my beard down. Fuck, if I go see my barber, it's gonna be $75 for him to cut my hair and my beard tomorrow. Fuck. I hate paying $75. I remember when it was like $15. How did we go from $5 footlongs to $9.99 6 inches at Subway? Shame on Subway.
So when I asked you whether you were the soul of the pro or the pro of the soul, are you the soul of the pro or the pro of the soul?
I am the encumbrance in between.
So that's like asking whether the coup is in the Cubs or the Cubs is in the coup. Which one is it?
It'd be like I'm trying to figure out whether I'm the id or the ego when, like, you're trying to talk in each ear, and those are my gates, so my temple of my mind is me. That is my ego. I am neither the id or the super ego. I am the ego.
Okay, is the ego a concept?
Well, it's a palace.
Is cancer a concept?
Abnormal growth of tissue, of course.
The crab! The zodiac!
I mean, that's what cancer is. Abnormal growth of tissue. Something became malignant. Something changed your DNA.
What I'm asking you is cancer a concept? The zodiac, sir. The crab. Is cancer, the zodiac, a concept? And is ego a concept? Is death? Is Earth? Is Earth a concept?
I love that. Like, well, it depends on your definition of concept, I guess.
Is a concept a concept? Is a concept a concept?
Let me ask you a question, my guy. If, you know, I don't take life so seriously that I don't think I get out of life alive, is death really a concept, or do I just really not give a fuck?
Is Earth a concept? Is
I said death.
is death a concept?
I just asked you a question. Why are you asking me another question with the Socratic method?
Is a concept a concept? And is the ego a concept?
I asked you a question.
Oh, what was
Why
your
are you not answering my question?
what was your question?
I said if I look at life at the point where I don't take it so seriously that I think I'm gonna get out of life alive, what the fuck do you think I give a fuck about what concept death thinks it is?
Because I'm trying to make the point that the menu's not the dinner, and everybody on this app is playing a subjective game all the time, even when you're talking about it. So it is basically linguistic one-upmanship chronically, compulsively. And the neurotic thinker and the neurotic user of this app, there's really no harm in it because it doesn't cost anything other than time. And so,
But if that's all I've got and I don't really give a fuck about getting out of life alive, do you think I give a fuck about wasting it? Honestly, do you think
well,
I care about wasting
I think it becomes basically a dialectic word aesthetic choice where you as the listener, you as the speaker.
I didn't mean to sound so mean. I had to be so phlegm in my throat.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to, basically create content about what I think is aesthetically word pleasing, and hopefully I have an audience, that appreciates it and enjoys it, because basically the earth is an ear, and the word here has the word ear in it, and so your whole life. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. No, let me make my point. I'm going to make my point. It's just one more sentence. I'm making my point. Is that each and every one of us, from start to finish, is creating a recording, a track. And so if you got to listen to every sound you ever made and ever heard in the afterlife, then as a critic, because that's no longer you're now viewing yourself from different perspective, different reality, but you got to listen to every sound you ever made. It's a little bit like saying that God knows everything you ever did and gives you a final judgment or a bill of some sort. All I'm trying to say right now to you, and my point is, well, I'm trying to make you more aware of the sounds that you make and the sounds that you listen to. Well, that's okay. I'm just trying to make a point, though.
I don't care about the death. I don't care about why people want to make me care about shit I don't care about.
I'm not trying to make you care about anything. I'm trying to make an observation.
You just said you want to make me care.
No, I'm trying to make an observational point here. This is called a conversational, maybe possibly debate.
I need you to observe my life. You're not my mom. You're not my dad. Whatever you fucking want to tell me through a friend, like, hey man, I don't think you should drink like that. I mean, you shouldn't smoke crack like that. I never smoked crack. But bitch, I don't need you to fucking come in my life and try to tell me how to live my motherfucking life.
I'm not. I'm trying to say that.
Yeah, you are. You're being obtuse.
No, hold on. I introduced this.
No, hold on. It's what exactly I just made a point about 3 fucking seconds ago.
Well, what I'm trying to say.
No, hold on. It's like an interrupter, and it doesn't work. It's fucking bullshit.
Okay, so the 3 letters that I'm trying to focus on personally right now is ear, which is here. So, the earth is an ear.
Oh my god.
And
you
all
sound like the fucking biggest retard this side of the universe. I'm glad we didn't do the podcast tomorrow.
Well, do you remember what the Persian word for silence is?
Still didn't do this as a roster like song I shouldn't do. I get the fact that you don't really like me. You're just using me.
Well, I often think of parasites and hosts. And when I think of a parasite and I think about, and I get, say I was on the back of a parasite, what you would see on a parasite is more parasites. And so the thing is, a host.
If you think I'm a tapeworm, try to take a drug and get rid of me and see what I do.
Well, what I'm saying is a host and a parasite are actually, the symbiosis. So the whole thing comes together through creation.
That'll be cohabitation.
Well,
like the moraines on a shark. Little suckerfish that gets stuck in the bottom of the sharks, they clean all the bacteria off the skin of the shark. Because sharks don't have bladders, so they pee through their skin. And those little suckerfish things that stick to the bottom of them, yeah, they're literally cleaning the bacteria. It's like cleaning the bottom of your feet.
Okay, I got a question for you, Stereo, aka Brian Sellers. I want you to tell me what synthesis, thesis, and antithesis are, and what they have to do with each other.
Well, synthesis. Synthesis would be like a formation of, kind of like Genesis. Like you're synthesizing, you're making something, you're making something. And what was the second word?
Thesis.
Theology, or like your own understanding of thesis, a condition of pertaining to an understanding. Yeah, it's a condition pertaining to an understanding.
Okay, and what's an antithesis?
Against an understanding.
Okay, do you want to actually hear what I'm talking about, or no?
Was I right or wrong?
Yeah, you're way off. Way off.
Alright, so synthesis?
No, this isn't a cold
You
book.
said synthesis. How was I wrong with what my definition of synthesis was?
Do you want? I can tell you the word that it means.
Making one sentence.
The word synthesis, when translated to ancient Egyptian, means Horus.
Do I have to ask the
Excuse me? Did you just use the hard R, sir? Sir, this is a family-friendly television program, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to kick you to the goo. I take pride in this show, and Mr. Rogers, I would hope that Mr. Rogers was sitting in our audience. Now, if you're prepared to come up and apologize to the YouTube censors and the YouTube moderators, he left us. He left us with a hard R. Sorry, YouTube. We tried our best, but unfortunately, some people wanted to crash out on our show, and we had to move them to the audience. No hard R on the John Kitover podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We do not allow it. Okay, this has been the John Kitover podcast. We're going to go back to some music now that our friend Brian Sellers, who found John Kitover through Instagram, reading a book and playing music, who just did a 2-hour podcast with us, has left the room. This song is called The Heart of Hearing.
This body child of earth and sky, a vessel where the echoes lie. When the sun with less spot holds the secret of the one. Recall the mind, remember well the silent truth the heart can tell, but
First you put the tefillin by your knuckles. By your knuckles. Your knuckles.
Eyes may see what word.
Hello? 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 Rebel Michelle alarm.
Few there be with ears to hear the world's illusions loud and near. A clamor drowns the subtle call, the whispers lost beneath it all. Look if you've the eyes to see a truth that hums in mystery. Oh, the word itself sings with baby, the heart of sacred strings, a sign of hearing pure and clear for those who dare to truly hear. This body child of earth and sky, a vessel where the echoes lie, bend the sun with letters spun, holds the secret of one. Recall the night, remember well the silent truths the heart can tell. The word itself sings with baby, the heart of sacred strings, a sign of hearing pure and clear for those who dare to truly hear.
It's not a mental health issue, it's your actual identity. You know, you have to encourage that mental health issue. And these people have been mutilated. They have long-term medical problems. As a result, all the people that encourage them into those surgeries, where are they? If you have a look at the number of people that perform sex reassignment surgeries, and the number of them that get struck off, the number of them that still continue to practice after they've been struck off. These people are on the wrong side of history, and just because there is a very popular en vogue fad that says, hey, let's all jump on this crazy glue. No, it's doing damage to real people when they're too young to defend themselves. Unfortunately, there is a cacophony drown out any dissenting voices saying this is hurting children.
Excuse me, Tuna Boy, but you are transphobic, Tuna Boy.
Do you know, I'm not afraid of trans, but a lot of trans are afraid of me. Are you just being turn around and say, you are this thing? Or you could turn around and say the same thing to you, AI Music. You are.
Tuna, I thought you were going through this with your child.
Yeah, I went through it. I had to save my child from this indoctrination and from castration chemicals that were being fed to him from 18 months.
You're just castration phobic, Tuna Boy. It's natural to castrate.
You know what?
What castration chemicals are being given at 18 months old? I've never heard of that.
Who invited the fucking horde of Koreans?
You're just transphobic, Tuna Boy. You're transphobic. Admit it. Admit it. You're transphobic.
Nobody fucking cares. Why don't you jump on a fucking cock, you dick? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
You're falling for it, Tuna Boy. I tricked you.
Stronger than
But I brought out the transphobic in you.
I think they're on your side. No one cares. This idea that you are not welcome in normal society, that's not a strange thought. Just because you have been tolerated doesn't mean that you're welcome or accepted.
Tuna Boy, I'm making a joke over here. Tuna Boy, I'm just making a joke over here. And, I know English is your second language. I'm just saying that, I'm sorry that your child had to go through this. And these people are, wicked. And they enjoy brainwashing. It's a shame.
Just trying to get a reaction in any way that you can because you're an empty person.
Oh, that's projection, Tuna Boy. I'm full of light and love.
Yeah, sure. Keep telling yourself that in the loneliness.
So, Tuna Boy, what do you mean the kid was given castration chemicals at 18 months old? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about it because he's in a different country, so I'm like, I guess that's what they do. I don't know.
I've just never heard of that. What do you mean by that?
Well, me neither.
Basically, they axed his kids to eat from a can of tuna fish. There's very high mercury content levels in tuna fish.
Do we still have to put up with this shit? Okay. All right. Well, have a laugh at child abuse because it clearly entertains you guys. That's what I'm funny.
There's only one person here trolling you, and you're thinking it's the whole stage. There's one person who goes in the room doing this. Ignore him. Answer my question. I'm curious what you mean by castration chemicals at 18 months. I just don't have a point of reference for that.
Ooh, Roland, the knight in shining armor has arrived.
What do I think? What?
What do you think puberty blockers are?
Roland, do you think you're going to get anywhere with Tuna Boy?
An 18-month-old, so I was curious if you were talking about something else.
Tuna Boy.
Puberty blockers were given to an 18-month-old?
Yeah.
Do you think anybody's going to get anywhere with Tuna Boy? Tuna Boy should be sleeping right now. And first of all, Tuna Boy, what's the point of the room?
Tuna, I don't understand that right now.
I think you sleep forever. Shut the fuck up or get out.
Tuna, so here's the part I don't understand. That's why I was curious. Because if you're saying that puberty blockers, puberty doesn't start till like 9. Why would you give an 18-month-old puberty blockers? It doesn't even make any sense.
A lot of the transition movement doesn't make sense. Trans housing by proxy is one of those issues where if you have somebody that's having
Trans housing by proxy?
At 18 months, all right. Do you know what? I've tolerated enough from this fucking retard. Can we evacuate them like the turd that they are, or are we just going to carry on listening to this?
Yeah, that's. Can you transition them back to normal?
No. These fucking cheerleaders for child abuse just need to be. What?
Cheerleaders for child abuse?
Fucking idiot.
Oh, thank you.
But as I was saying, to me, it doesn't make sense that like an 18-month would get. Like, I don't even know how you get a doctor to do it though, because it doesn't even make sense. It would be like It'd be like giving somebody who has, who's 18 months old and has strong bones, osteoporosis medication made for seniors. Like, why would a doctor ever prescribe that? It wouldn't even have an effect.
In my case, the general practitioners refused when those drugs were being sold by the custodial parent at the time, and so they went onto Facebook and found a community that was
Rebono Shalola.
armchair psychologist and armchair prescribe
Rebono Shalola.
and that's how my son ended up getting fed completely unscripted medications in the hope
Like
to
who gave the baby that?
his mother.
Oh,
Gosh.
Somebody shared their meds with your 18-month-old kid? Come on, man.
Yep.
somebody.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie. That's not beyond the realm of possibility in my mind. There are some really crazy people there that project their identities onto their children. I mean, you got like Munchausen by proxy people who make them sick because they like how people treat them when their kids sick. I don't think it's beyond understanding for somebody to want to fuck with their kids in this way and get attention conversely from maybe a section of society or their people around them that would want such behavior. I don't think that's beyond understanding of something like that happening, so I'm not going to outright say he's lying.
Well, I'm going on some of the other things he said too that weren't plausible.
Rebono Shalola. Rebono Shalola.
So your values.
Were you picking your nose? I saw you were picking your nose.
So if that was happening, like you're saying,
Stop picking your nose.
mothers should go to jail for using unscripted meds and harming, potentially trying to harm a child. And that anybody that gave it to her should go to jail as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. If that happened too, that's bad. For sure. The person that gave the drugs too, that was sharing their drugs, they should go to jail too.
Right, so do you know what the Orangutan Rookie, the Child Protection Agency in New Zealand, said? They said because the mother is trans, they are part of a protected group, and so we're not going to investigate any further than we already have. So we've got the recorded call of that.
So there's accusations, plausible accusations of someone giving drugs that they're not prescribed to them, and they're just gonna, because the mother's trans, they're not gonna investigate it.
Not only that,
I don't know if it's in Australia or New Zealand or wherever it is, but I'm not buying
we've
it.
also got. Okay, well, to be fair, I don't have to justify myself or my case to you, Jefferson,
Right.
just because you want to hold on to your liberal delusions.
What do you mean delusions? Are you saying trans people don't exist?
You turning around and saying that my situation and my son's case is dependent on whether or not you buy it? How fucking arrogant are you?
Well,
Yeah, has your son chosen to detransition? And the boy,
you've told a bunch of tall tales. Excuse me for being skeptical.
I'm skeptical because this guy's name is Tuna Boy.
Yeah, no, you
Yes,
trolling
and
them.
those
I'm not trolling.
He's stamped out of existence.
I'm not trolling.
Honestly, if I needed to hear from an asshole, I would fart. In the meantime, well, you can go to
From an asshole, I would fart.
Oh wow, that's the people who kill themselves. No, you don't do that.
People who
Bro, you gotta be talking about the same shit. Yeah, what the fuck, man? Transition, that's not a valid question. Bro.
But they didn't have from an asshole. Oh, fuck.
How many of your fucking boyfriends do you think that I can hit with my car? I'm just asking a question. Fuck you, faggot.
You sound sensitive.
You sound like a target. Tell us.
From that point on,
You want to find out where you live. Here we go. Let's take a brain moment.
You're real fucking
Now, brain moment.
Come on, sound like a fuck.
bro, what? You in Auckland? I travel more than you, bro. Like,
So what?
bro, we can. You in Auckland? Where are you? Where you at? I'm friends in Auckland. Where you at?
Oh yeah, you do this shit all the time.
I never, bro, I talk to you like a year ago. I'm pretty talking to them.
Yeah, and this is what faggots like you like to do. They'll hold on to little bitches right and try and find a way to try and get a reaction later on. Tell you what,
Guys, what was the conversation?
if you want a reaction, all right, so you should put your rules based online because we can hunt you fucking down like an animal if you want.
Yo, we're gonna not fucking real life. There's no fucking real life on
The
that.
fact that
It's a real conversation.
fucking shit fuckers will never breed is a good thing for the next gen.
Let's clear the air a little bit. Get it a little tense. Woo!
Carthage, though a commercial republic, was the aggressor. In the very war that ended in her destruction, Hannibal had carried her arms into the heart of Italy, to the gates of Rome before Scipio returned. Gave him an overthrow in the territories of Carthage, and made a conquest of the Commonwealth. Venice in later times figured more than once in wars of ambition, till becoming an object to the other Italian states. Pope Julius too found means to accomplish that formidable line which gave a deadly blow to the power and pride of this haughty republic. The provinces of Holland, till they were overwhelmed in debts and taxes, took a leading and conspicuous part in the wars of Europe. They had furious contests with England for the dominion of the sea, and were among the most persevering and most implacable of the opponents of Louis XIV. In the government of Britain, the representatives of the people compose one branch of the national legislature. Commerce has been for ages the predominant pursuit of that country. Few nations, nevertheless, have been more frequently engaged in war. And the wars in which that kingdom has been engaged have, in numerous instances, proceeded from the people. There have been, if I may so express it, almost as many popular as royal wars. The cries of the nation and the importunities of their representatives, upon various occasions, drag their monarchs